Well, as we continue our tour around Alamogordo Tiger Sports, we now are joined by Alamogordo Lady Tiger Soccer and head coach Rudy Barbosa. Coach, how are you doing?
Good, Charles. How you doing?
Fantastic. Got a crew here with you today. You want to introduce everybody you brought with you?
Girls, you want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Lily Strong.
I'm Fatsa Williams.
Kylie Nelson.
Michaela Nielsen.
Bita Barbosa.
All right. How's everybody doing today?
Good. About you?
Fantastic. Happy to have you here. And, well, Coach, we're finally here. You know, we've been waiting for quite a long time to get the season started. What's your thoughts heading into the year and finally getting into practice for the first time in a while yesterday?
Oh yeah, no, it's a great feeling to be out there, especially for these young ladies because this year we're senior heavy. Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate that we're coming into it under these circumstances, but I'm happy for them because I would have really felt bad, and I'm sure they would have too, to have their senior year, you know.
Yeah, not have it at all. Yeah, so I mean, something is better than nothing in this situation. Yes. But also, I mean, I would imagine, you know, knowing that there is, you know, a state tournament at the end of the road for you guys too, that's got to be obviously something to work for the possibility of that, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even though it's under these circumstances, it's the same for every other team too. So. We're excited to get started. We're excited to compete. I like our chances. I think you know, these young ladies have been waiting for this opportunity. It's here, so we're going to make the best of it that we can.
All right, Lily, talk about the waiting. I mean, that it's finally here. I mean, can you describe how challenging it was to not have soccer in your life over the last year or so?
It was really hard. Like, it's super hard to stay motivated even with like school things. You know, it's an outlet for me, and not having sports, especially like basically being forced to go to practice, like it's voluntary. I can choose whether to run by myself or not, but I mean, it's hard to be motivated without my team and my coach.
To finally be on the field and have regular practice yesterday, what was that like?
Oh, it was great. It was great. It felt so good. I mean, being separated in our pods was really tough too. And then finally being all back together, I felt like a team.
Yeah. Shauna, we've already had a chance to talk to you a little bit with volleyball, but soccer we know is the sport that you've been building up your whole life, it feels like, to get ready to go to college. Not having soccer, I mean, can you even put into words what that was like for you?
No, you can't really explain it because you don't really even know how to feel because when you're playing at 4 all the way till you're, 16, 17, and then it just randomly rips from you, you're kind of just, like, in shock. Like, you really don't have a clue what to do.
And you guys, I'm assuming, scrimmaged a little bit yesterday, did some stuff. How did that feel? What did you feel rusty? I mean, what was it like out there?
Oh, I felt very rusty, like, everything's a little, like, janky, it's bad, but... It's tough because we're getting used to it and we're finally all together. So then, like, over the year, of course, your chemistry starts breaking because we're not on the field. And then in the pods, we're separated from, like, positions and stuff. So then we came together and we're starting to grow back and then learn our way of play again.
Okay. Kylie, what has the last few months, I mean, not having sports around been like for you?
It's hard, especially your senior year. It's the whole reason if you feel like you're in high school, you're like, oh, my senior year, I'm going to have this. I'm going to be the top dog. I'm going to be winning all these games because I'm a big kid now. Like, your whole life, you feel like it's dedicated to your senior year. And then after that, you're just doing adult stuff. But so not having that, it's like a rip in the heart. Like, what the heck do I do now? Like, so am I still a high school student? Am I going to have sports? Like, it's so weird. It's hard to explain.
Has it made you appreciate it even more, just the fact you guys are getting this opportunity right now?
Oh, yeah. I caught myself all the time during quarantine being like, man, I remember when I was like, man, I wish I wasn't in school. Man, I just don't want to be in school. Like, if I could just not be here. Like, and now I'm like, man, I want to walk through the doors of my school. Like, I just want to go to school. So it is crazy, like, how much you don't realize you need, want, and like something until it's just disappeared, like, out of nowhere.
Yeah. Kayla, I mean, obviously you've been involved with soccer for as long as you have. You love the sport, but did all of this give you a greater appreciation for the game and maybe just being around your teammates?
Yeah, definitely. And it's so different, like, being back on the field now, like, being with our team. We've played together for so long, and then to just have it end so suddenly and not being around each other, it's just so hard. But I definitely think, like, being back on the field with any chance that we get, you know, even though it's under restrictions, you know, when we have the masks and we're social distancing and everything, I definitely think just being back on the field with our team and playing the game that we all started, it's a great feeling.
How was the rustiness, or how was scrimmage yesterday from your perspective?
Yeah, I definitely think we were all out of place, especially being in our pods. Our offense and defense has always, we have to split because of it, obviously. And being back together, it was such a different feeling. I think we definitely all felt a little rusty, but it feels great getting back into it and trying to build that chemistry again.
Yeah. Pita, I mean, obviously, as your dad over here, and soccer has been a part of your life, I'm sure, forever and ever and ever, to have that not be able to do it. And I'm sure also seeing it with your dad coaching it for so long, it probably was a challenge for you guys, wasn't it?
It was. I was super sad because I thought I wasn't going to play with, none of these seniors, and I've been playing with them for, my whole life. And I was so happy to get back out there with them.
How was it?
Even though I was kind of rusty.
Yeah, I mean,
rusty.
The rusty in terms of getting back into are you goaltending again this year?
Yes.
So was it kind of like getting back on a bike, or was it took a little longer than you would have imagined?
It didn't take that long because I was practicing for a little bit in the summer, but I stopped, and then I started playing a couple days after, but I was super sore going out there, super sore. I was tired.
Yeah, Coach. I mean, conditioning, but everybody's in the same boat. So, I mean, we're all talking about this, that obviously trying to get back into a normal, mode and set for a season, but, you guys aren't the only ones that are dealing with this.
No, we're not. So, and I've stressed that to the girls, even though it's this, I mean, like I tell them, this isn't normal, right? We know what normal looks like, but this is COVID normal for everybody. So, we're all starting from the same line. We're all, shooting for the same thing. So we do the best with what we have. It is what it is, and we're going to try and send these girls off on a good note. Yeah.
You're from a coaching standpoint, obviously this is completely different than anything you've ever had to deal with before. Mm-hmm. How do you try to create either a little bit of normalcy or try to get things into some type of regular routine that you're used to? Because obviously as a coach you want your team in a particular routine.
Well, I mean, the coaching staff, that's what they're there for. We had our Coach Drake working with the defense, I was working with the offense, and still providing them with drills that are going to try and knock that rust off. But no matter how much we worked in pods, game situation is much different. Like Monday when we got them out there and we actually were able to put it all together, you could tell that they still had that rust, or am I in the right place? Am I not in the right place? Oh, I should have made that run. No, I didn't make it. But no, for the most part, yesterday was a really, really good practice. I could see that they, they've been together for a long time. Most of them made varsity as 8th graders, and they came up together, so they know each other. So I don't think our struggle to get back into that chemistry that we were shooting for, I don't think it's going to take that long.
Yeah. Lily, I mean, you guys have been working in pods, throughout most of this off season. Have you been able to pick up some things and get some improvement in some places going into the season? I know we talked about it, struggle in an actual game time. Do you feel like you've made some improvements going into your senior year?
Yeah, definitely. I think that being alone in a defensive pod, it's nice because we can actually practice and work on headers, clearing the ball, doing some things that are very specific to us without having offense in the way, not to be mean like that, but yeah, it gives us some time to work on some fundamentals that are kind of hard to do in a game on command.
Yeah. Sean, I mean, how much have you been able to work on skills and things in the off season that you wouldn't, that you can at least focus on something unlike normal practice?
Normally we're just defense offense playing against each other, but this time it was all offense, and I really got to try to develop my left foot because it's compared to my right, it's nowhere near as
and especially when you hear coach from the sideline yelling, use your left foot, right?
Yeah, and you're just dang, coach, there's no way. So then I really got to focus on it, so now it's starting to develop to where I want it to be.
Yeah. Kylie, how about you in terms of getting to work in the pods?
I agree with Lily. It was nice, being able, especially those drills. It's the thing where, you don't really practice the whole clearing thing, but when you're in the game, it's you better get it out, or else it's going in the goal, or someone's going behind you with it. So just being able to, break down, just defensive things was really nice. Oh, snap. We actually are, supposed to do this stuff.
Yeah. Michaela, how about you?
Yeah, I think it's the same way for offense. You know, like a lot of times, especially when you're in that game, it's a totally different scenario than just working through drills on the field. So I definitely think when we had it separated, it helped a lot of us focus on the things that we knew we needed to improve, but maybe necessarily couldn't under like game circumstances, and you could really focus on those things. So I definitely think that helped a lot of us out.
Pita, were you able to improve a little bit on your goaltending skills in the offseason?
I work with the offense, and they like really make you work out there.
Yeah, because you don't have the defense in front of you to help you, right?
Yeah. So that's what's shitting on me. So that work.
You'll definitely get some of the best that are headed your way. Actually, absolutely. You know, Coach, something I've talked about with a lot of the other coaches as well is this group of kids. They have to be seniors, juniors, everybody. They're a special group. They're obviously having to deal with challenges that you or I never had to deal with when we were in school, and I think they've shown a lot of resiliency. Have you seen that with this group of ladies?
Oh yeah, and that's one thing, and not because I have them here in front, but I've told them this before. I admire this group of ladies. Back when the boys, when they lost their head coach, I was offered that position, but it was because of what I feel for them that I needed to stay where I was, because I have a lot of respect for their work ethic. I have a lot of respect for their how they treat each other, the respect that they treat each other with, their coachability. They're excellent players, but excellent human beings.
About making me cry.
But I mean, that's I think again that's something else we talk about with a lot of other coaches. The sports is important. You guys want to win, but at the end of the day, y'all are trying to put good human beings out there into the world, right?
And they know the lessons that I teach them. Yes, they're sports oriented, but they extend far outside the field of play. It's lessons that they can take with them, as Kylie said, as they start doing adult things. You know what I mean? Work ethic, that never stops. You know that, Charles. I mean, when things get hard, when problems show up at your door, what are you going to do? You're going to bend, or you're going to push through? That's what competition is supposed to do for us. That's why we play, right? To have that opponent in front of us pushing us to give our best.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm hoping that extends into the classroom. I'm hoping that these lessons extend into their lives as they grow into their adult life. Yeah. And I think they will.
I'm ready to go run through a wall for Rudy. I mean, Lily, I mean, what are you hoping to get out of this next month? I mean, obviously you guys want to do well, you want to compete and have some fun with it, but knowing that this is a limited time, what are you hoping to get out of this next month or so?
I mean, even playing is enough right now. I mean, we definitely have been working years for this year. This is it. This is our year to go out and show New Mexico what we've got. And I do want to win, but I'm also really thankful to even be playing right now.
Yeah. Shauna, I mean, your viewpoint, your goal, I mean, we're probably not going to see quite the goal total that we've used to seeing for this year, but anytime I talk to you about goal total, you're always crediting your teammates and saying I wouldn't have those goals without them. What are your, not necessarily scoring goals, but what are you looking for over the next month or so?
Like Lily said, it's an honor just to be out there, especially it being my senior year. Rudy has developed me since I was, 4 or 5, all the way for this year. And this year, just alone in our starting 11, we have 5+ seniors. This is our year to run for a state title, and I really think after all we built, everyone here has at least 3 years under their belt already, so I'm pretty sure that state title should be ours this year.
Okay. Kylie, I mean, what do you want out of this next month? When you look back, what will you be happy about it?
Piggybacking on there is quite honestly, I didn't think we were going to have a season. It's hard to keep your hopes up when they tell you you're going to play, and then the next day before it starts, they're all, oh, just kidding, push it back another month. So right now we're all just wow, we're together, we're practicing, we're going to have games, we have a schedule, no way, no way. So really it's just we're so grateful, all of us, just that we get to play games. The outcome, obviously we want to be state champs, we've been working for it for a very long time, but just the opportunity to play games is really, really hitting.
Michaela, what are you hoping to get out? I mean, senior year, you're hoping to finish off strong, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I think especially because we've all been together for so long, a lot of us even since the 8th grade, we've been working up to this. And I think one of the biggest things is that I just want us all to leave it on the field. We talk about that all the time, leaving everything you've got on the field and, making everything you do count. And I think it really means a lot now, especially how many seniors we have. I think that's definitely important to get through, is to just put it all out there. And, what we put out is going to be our best. And what we leave out there, it's gonna show. And especially our talent, it's going to show through. So I definitely think it's just putting it all on the field and making it all count.
Pita, I mean, what are you hoping to get out of this next month or so of soccer?
Same thing as everyone else. I want to win for them, and I want to do my best for them, because I want them to get a state title, especially because it's their senior year. So I want to do my very best.
Yeah, we talk about seniors and how much they want, but those juniors, they want to be such a big help to the seniors to have success, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Coach, we got these 5 ladies here. Tell us about some of the other ladies we should be watching out for this year. Obviously, you got a team that you feel like is going to be really competitive this season.
Oh, absolutely. Janae, other seniors are Janae, Shackley, Gabby, Sandoval. They're running across country, right? Mm-hmm. They're running across country right now.
Yeah.
Lindsay, Norwood, also great part of what we've been doing for quite a bit. And then we have other Kay, who's one of our youngsters and very talented young lady, and Sierra also. Yeah, so I mean, there's quite a bit. Our other backup goalie, she's also in cross country. Lily, Highland, and
Katie.
Yeah, Katie, our other defense. Yeah, so
there's a lot of people, and maybe some that'll step up that have been a part of the JV crowd a little bit more that could give you guys some minutes, right?
Yeah, and I think because of the situation that we're in, right? All the sports being played together, and so there's some girls who we lost some girls because they're playing other sports or focusing on other sport that they feel is their strong suit. But like I said, we're going to do what we're going to do. I've always told these ladies to have nothing guarantees you. Nothing guarantees you a state title. Nothing even guarantees you a win in a game. But it's real nice to know when you can compete. Yeah. When you have that chance that you can compete, and whichever team executes wins. And when you don't have that chance, that's when you don't even want to get out there, because you're just basically a practice for the other team. But these ladies have an opportunity to compete every single time they step out there.
Okay. We got juniors and seniors here, Lily. I mean, junior, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure I had that right. Have you started soccer, something you want to continue after high school?
Yeah, for sure. I've always wanted to play soccer after high school.
Have you started thinking about what you want to do in college yet, or are you still working?
Yeah, actually, I want to study psychology. I really want to be in the FBI, so that's my goal. Yeah.
All right. Shauna, we obviously know you're headed up to the University of New Mexico to play soccer. Talk about your excitement level to get to play Division I level soccer.
I am very excited, but at the same time I'm nervous because it's a whole different environment. The game's going to be faster. The girls are going to be strong, And I think that's going to be really cool, but I'm mainly excited to get that next level of education, too. So I think that'll be real good, but just being able to travel the United States, just playing, I think that's going to be cool.
That is, certainly. And you want to get into psychology, too, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right. Kylie, what's coming up next for you?
Well, I'm going to go to NMSU and become a dental hygienist. Okay. So that's kind of my plan for now. I don't think I'm going to be playing soccer, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Michaela, how about you?
Sports-wise, I'm not really sure, but I definitely know that whether I'm playing or it's what I'm studying, sports medicine is definitely the field I'm trying to go into. And like I said, whether it's I'm playing it or I'm studying it, it's definitely something I want to stay interested in.
Do you have an idea where you want to go to college yet, or haven't decided yet?
I haven't decided yet,
okay.
Not for sure.
Very good. Pita, have you thought about what's coming up after high school for you?
I thought about playing sports, but I don't know if I'm going to. I really just want to be a pediatrician nurse at El Paso, the hospital.
The children's hospital down? Okay, very cool. Awesome. Well, it's always wonderful to hear what you guys are thinking about going forward in life. We know that these ladies are going to be successful, whatever they do. Coach, we hope it's going to, most importantly, we hope it's going to be a fun season for everybody and that they'll get to enjoy the next month or so.
Well, I'm sure that fun is way up there on the
Absolutely. Ladies, good luck this season. We appreciate it.
Thank you.